What's up, everyone? Hope you all are having a lovely day today. Well, it is day number 27 of the Spring Around Ephemera Challenge, and this is the last Sunday that you guys will be working with me on making a piece of ephemera. I just wanted to say that this has been really fun, and I am thoroughly enjoying seeing everyone's interpretations of the prompt words from the creators of the videos, and also you guys who are crafting along with us. You guys are all so incredibly creative. It's just such a wonderful thing for a collaboration like this to bring people together. And I'm already excited about next year. I wonder what we're gonna do. So I'll show you guys what I've made for today's prompt, and we can get started creating. For today's prompt word, we are going to be making little pockets. I thought this would be a great thing to add to a gardening journal, but I also think this is a great way to send seeds or bulbs, or even to include with a plant that you gift to someone, because maybe that person isn't like a huge plant person. Maybe it's their first plant, or they don't have that many, so they don't know that much. Maybe you are an avid gardener and you, of course, want to share tips and tricks, want to share some seeds from your favorite plants. So I have used a plethora of different types of scraps to make this, and I know all of my projects from before I said would be simple, but this one today is very simple. You're just going to have a base to make a pocket, and for mine I used I've upcycled some mailing envelopes, and even ones that are ripped. Like, I saw this, I was like, man, that's such a great window, but it's ripped. You can still use it, because what I did was I took scraps of different Tim Holtz wallpapers and book pages and coffee dyed paper scraps and stuff like that, and I've covered it and just decorated it. You can also use a seedy little pocket as well. This is freshly dyed, so it's pretty wrinkly, but I also was thinking that these would be great to make the little pockets for as well. You could make just a smaller version of them by recycling your old seed packets, and what I would do is just open up the packet and cut out a window on the back side, because what you include on the inside of these pockets is an informational card. So I'll show you the pocket. All I did was cut an envelope to the size that I liked for my tag, and just decorated it with the wallpaper, stickers. I've done a bit of stamping. This is a stamp here that I just happen to have, and some little sentiments, and I've added some leaf trim here. Didn't even bother with messing with the inside. And then inside is a tag. So the front, you can do what you like with it. You can decorate it. I've just decorated it with some pictures, and I totally used this just because it said Wilmington, North Carolina. I thought that was cool. I've got a cute little sticker here, and then I've stamped out the flower type and the cultivar, which I think is really important to, if you're gifting this or wanting to keep a record, you need to put all of the information possible. So I've packaged this up as if I were giving it as a gift. So I've got this brand new pack of Cosmos, and then on the back of your tag, your card, whatever you happen to be using, you're going to just write out all of the information that you would like to pass along to the recipient, or if you are recording this in your gardening journal, you'll have that all in one place. But I've written down the things that I think are most important to add, so you can pause that to read if you like. So today we're going to be making one of these, and I've already picked out what I would like to use. I'm going to make a pocket and card for the Zinnia. So I'm going to show you guys what supplies you may want to grab to make your pocket, and we'll be back. So for today's project, you're going to need some basics like your glue, your scissors, You might want to grab some distress ink or stamping ink, whatever you like to use. I have chosen an envelope that I like because it's got this large window, and the card that I'm going to be using today is this tea-dyed Rolodex. And I've also already run this through the Big Shot with an embossing folder just to add a little bit of interest in the background. I've chosen a few sheets of the Tim Holtz worn wallpaper and a book page with a Zinnia illustration, some scrap dyed paper. You're going to need a pen, and I've grabbed some stamps, and grab some of your ephemera, your sentiments, and washi tape, stickers, whatever else you would like to use to decorate your envelope. So that's the supplies. Let's get started making. The first thing you want to do is, if you want to cut your envelope, you could of course fold it over and like have an extra pocket on the back. You can use this however you like. I'm just gonna cut mine to fit the card inside and have an opening across the top. So I'm gonna measure about where I want it. I've got my little mini cutter here, and probably leave a little bit of space extra because I think I want to make a little thumb hole for this one, and I can always change my mind later. Okay, so I've got that done. And next what I'm going to do is this envelope that I used here was already coffee dyed, and this one's not, so I'm going to use some tea dye distress ink and go around the edges. And I think I'm just going to leave the inside the way it is. I think the pattern in the back is fine, and the main color thing I think I want to go with this one is green, because you can pretty much add anything to that. And I've also picked out this seed packet that I had from last year. These were really cool, super big and tall. I'm going to go ahead and ink this up and we'll start decorating it. Okay guys, I've inked up the envelope and I'm losing light here, so sorry about that. And I also glued the flap closed and punched a little thumb hole here. I inked up my card that I'm going to use, and I've just grabbed all of the little pieces of ephemera that I like. So the next thing we're going to do is just add some rips of this wallpaper. You can see I kind of added it in the, there we go, added it in the background just to give some more color. So I'm trying to see like what I like with these. I think I'm gonna go with, yeah, I think I'm gonna use these two right here. So all I really want to do is maybe add a little piece here. So I'll just go around. Let's get some focus here. Okay, so I'll just go around and add little pieces here and there. Most of it's going to be on the back, so I'll just maybe add one across this side and then add another piece of this one across this side. So I'll do that and I'll be right back. Okay, all I did was like tear just random strips of the wallpaper and glue it to add some color to the background, and I did overlap the window some, and I inked all of the edges with the tea dye distress ink, and I've also added 2 pieces to what will be the front of my information card, so I could go ahead and get that part done. And next what I did was I just picked a random little stamp for the background. This is a little Prima like newsprint type stamp. So I'm just using Archival in Coffee. It's like a really light brown. And I'm just going to add a little bit of stamping to the background just to give a bit more stuff going on in the background, you know. Make it more interesting to look at. And then all you have to do after that, after you decorate your background how you want it, the rest is just adding your little stickers, your little ephemera pieces, and that's basically all you do. Told you guys, this one is definitely more simple and fun, I think. These are going to be really great in my gardening journal. I'm sorry because now I've lost all the daytime light. It's now dark and we are working with some shady light here. Literally shady light. Okay, I think that's good enough. So just a little bit of background stamping. I only used one stamp, nothing too complicated. So now I just want to pick out some of the things that I want to decorate my envelope with. And I also had these two little like tab things from some Graphic 45 ephemera kit, some random kit. And what I'm going to do is add these to the top of my card as a like a little tab to help pull it in and out. So a bunch of this stuff I've had for a really long time. This is a K & Company sticker here with a little tag that pulls out, and of course it's Zinnia. So I wanted to incorporate this somehow. We can either use it on, I think I might use this on the front of the envelope, and I was thinking I could put the stamped name on the little tag that pulls out. Okay, and I definitely wanted to use my little Cicely Mary Barker Zinnia fairy. I've got some Tim Holtz ephemera we can slide in somewhere. Maybe something like that. And I'm also going to just tear this little image of a zinnia. I'm not sure what a red star zinnia is. Apparently it's a wildflower in Texas. Don't know that I've seen one, but it is a nice image of a zinnia flower. So this I'll be adding to the card, I think, to the front, because I think it's good to have an image of the actual plant, especially if you're going to give this as a gift. And then these larger ones I think we'll add to the back. So let's go ahead and see, like this one I used like a foiled washi sticker here. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my autofocus. And a sentiment. So I've got these random stickers, have no idea where I got them. And okay, so I've chosen this sentiment. Sorry, I've got inky fingers now. Grow 1 inch at a time. I think that's very appropriate for seeds. So let's just start gluing on some of this fun stuff. Just glue this 3-dimensional sticker thingy down. Oh, I did grab some leaf trim too. So I think I'll add some to the side like I did with the other one. That'll be really cute. And this one is green, so it matches the theme. Maybe we can add it to this side. And then I'm going to take this little Tim Holtz thing here. You don't need a lot. I think the background helps a lot with the decorating part because it gives a lot of interest and you have a lot more to look at. So if you have a really busy background, maybe you only want to add a couple of pieces of ephemera, and so I can pull this out and save that for later so we can add the name of the plant. I just grabbed this leaf trim here, and no sewing necessary for this project, guys. I'm just going to glue it right to the envelope, or to the pocket now. It's no longer an envelope, is it? So I think I'll put it on this side this time. And if you have like a side pocket in your journal, you can put it in the pocket so the little leaf trim sticks out. I usually have a little rag that I use for glue on my fingers. Okay, so that's the front almost complete. We'll add our sentiment. I'm going to ink up the edges of it really quickly. I really love how this tea dye distress ink looks with the wallpaper. It really brings out the texture. So I think I'm going to add the sentiment up here at the top to balance out the decorations for the front. Okay, so we've got our little tag here that's going to have the name of the plant. And that's it, just a couple of things. And then I'm going to add my little fairy to the back. Maybe down here. And I think that's all I'm going to add to the back. So let's go ahead and glue her down. So, whoops. I am constantly dropping things. So, managed to get glue everywhere. So now all you have to do is decorate the front of your card and add your stuff to the back. Let's do that first. I have this like journal card stamp, so I'm going to use that to stamp some lines on the back of my card, and I'll be right back. Okay, that was pretty intense, but it has this border on it. So what I did was I used my ink pad to only ink up the lines, and then I've placed it down on the table and lined up the edges of my card with the edges of the border of the stamp, and then just pressed it down with my fingers, and it worked out pretty good. And that should be enough lines to add all of our information. So I am going to glue this guy on the front here, and let's see, maybe I think I'll use these two, and then I need to glue my little tabs to the top of the card. Forgot what I did on this one. Find a sticker. Let me see if I can find a cute sticker to add to this. I have just glued down a couple of the pieces of ephemera that I liked, and I added my little tab here. And I was looking through my stickers. I found these really cute ladies from some of my Violette Sticker Club stickers. These are the ones that I used on the Cosmos one. And I think this is probably a Shasta daisy or an African daisy, but it's the one that looks most similar to a zinnia. So I'm just going to stick her on my little card here. And I think that's really all it needs. That's really cute. So it'll slide into our little envelope here, and I probably should have picked something besides a Rolodex card with these little holes that it has. Come on, get in there, guy. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like inside of the pocket. So now I am going to use my little letter stamps here and some darker brown. I'm going to stamp out the name of the flower, and the cultivar. I am going to write all of that stuff in, and then I will show you what it looks like all finished. Okay guys, so here is the finished pocket for the prompt word today, which was seeds. And this is just a way for you to have information for your own gardening journal, and of course the empty seed packet. Or if you're gifting this to someone, it's a good way to share information about the particular plant and the seeds that you're gifting. So here's the front, really simple background, a little bit of embossing and stamping and torn paper and inking. Here is the little card with the flower name and the cultivar. And then the back side, really simple, and a little tab to pull out your card. Here's the front, literally just 3 images, and the back. And I believe it's Zinnia elegans, but I wanted to make sure before I wrote it down. And I didn't fill in everything yet, but I went ahead and wrote an example of the information that is really good to share with others, especially if you're gifting these. But also it's good to have that information stored in your gardening journals, just in case you ever need to go back and say, hey, you know, how did I plant this particular seed? How well did it do in my area? So yeah, that's it. Really simple project. I hope you guys like this. I was really excited to get seeds, and let's add this to our box. So now we have 2 more examples of the project, and it's getting pretty full. I'll end up using some of these, but I'll leave an example of each. And that wraps it up for me for the Spring Around Ephemera Challenge. I have really enjoyed this challenge, and I hope you all have been so inspired and have had a good time making some really cool ephemera for your journals, your mixed media projects, or to gift in Happy Mail or anything like that. And yeah, tomorrow is Priscilla once again, and if you forgot to or didn't have time to catch Cindy at Studio Lou yesterday, check her video out. And yeah, that is it. I'll see you guys next year again for this challenge, and I've got some other projects coming up soon, so I will catch you guys later. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you are in the world. Don't forget to spread the love. And if you're entering into the challenge giveaway, don't forget to use the hashtag SpringAround22 so that we can see your work, see what you guys made. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Bye.